Hello guys, how are you doing today? Today is a bit of a special video. I'm gonna talk about my story. How a guy from a little city in the north of Spain, Santander, went from studying in the Conservatory of Amsterdam with his favorite teacher to the Academy of the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra until being the principal trombonist of Helsinki Philharmonic Orchestra, one of the greatest orchestras here of the north of Europe. So my story is simple. I come from Santander, which is a small city in the north of Spain with no professional conservatory, no professional orchestra, cultural life quite limited, only two pre-bachelor conservatories, and no orchestras. The closest orchestras, the closest professional conservatories were in the Basque Country, were in Asturias, were in Madrid, Barcelona, but not in my place. So when I started with 9 years old with a really great teacher. I believe the best teachers needs to be in the first years of the studies in order to really give the students that motivation and that really basic concepts of embouchure, air, playing relaxed. So all of these I think is extremely important. I was lucky. I got an amazing teacher when I started, and that gave me the basic, the structure in order to grow up much easier later in the journey. With 17, 18 years old, I really wanted to study with my trombone hero, which is Jürgen van Rijn, the principal trombone of the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra, an international soloist. And I was asking my colleagues, most of my colleagues, most of the students at the conservatory, they wanted to study in San Sebastian, which is the closest professional conservatory to Santander, let's say 2 hours from there. Some of them they were going to Madrid, some of them to Barcelona. There was only one person going out of Spain, let's say. She was going to Hamburg, and I was like, okay, I really want to experience how is living in another country, and also most importantly, how is to study with my favorite trombonist. Guys, I was really obsessed with listening to Jürgen, all the videos he has on YouTube, all the albums. I was literally every day hearing his pieces, hearing the music, and I was, honestly speaking, trying to imitate and copy what he was doing. That's why I developed a sensibility of in a concept of sound that I liked, trying to make my sound in the practice room as close to Jürgen as I could. So when I was 18 years old, I did the audition for the Conservatory of Amsterdam. I successfully entered in the class in first bachelor, and I spent there 4.5 years of bachelor, which were quite amazing. Studying with him, that was an amazing experience. Also the rest of the class, the level is amazing. The city of Amsterdam, listening to the Concertgebouw Orchestra every day. So I believe it's not only the city what you should go for. It's not only the city, it's not only the teacher, it's not only the orchestras that are there. It's everything combined, You can go to many great places with great teachers, but probably the orchestra is not as strong. Probably the city is not as cool in cultural life, in all of these things. So you have to really put everything in one package and really go for it. If it's your dream, we are here to make our dreams come true, guys. I did it and I was successful. So in the summer of 2022, I started in 2018, so I was those 4 years in the Conservatory of Amsterdam, and I was doing a lot of auditions. I did like 4, 5, 6 auditions in a row. Orchestra from Euskadi in the north of Spain. I did head ballet orchestra in Amsterdam. I did Royal Swedish Opera. All of these orchestras, they were final round for me, but I didn't get the position. In most of them, either they were choosing the other guy that was in the final with me, or they left it empty. Or like they say in Germany, abgebrochen, you know. So that was a bit frustrating, honestly. That was a bit frustrating, but still, I went really, really hard, practicing. In June of 2022, I did the audition for the Karajan Academy of the Berlin Philharmonic, and I was in the final with another guy, and I was really, really close from getting it. This is what the players there told me the first time. They didn't take anyone. It was abgebrochen again. So basically, the next time I was able to do the next audition was in September. So literally from June of 2022 until September of 2022, June, July, August, these 3 months, I really, really got insane. I asked the feedback to the players, the musicians in the orchestra, and I was with the paper, with the feedback, every day in my practice room. Instead of going to Spain like most of the people, most of my colleagues going back home to holidays, I was in Amsterdam in my room for the whole summer, practicing, really, really focused, you know, practicing every day, 6, 7, 8 hours. And in the meanwhile, I was checking what the other people was doing. I was checking what the other players, the other students that they were gonna do the audition in September were doing, basically. And I was silently not posting anything, literally every day practicing the pieces, and I was watching the stories sometimes when I had a break from practicing, and everyone was holidays in Rome, partying in their home country, but not really practicing. So I really took my moment there in order to go 100% with that. It was successful. 22 of September of 2022, I was appointed the accademist of the Berlin Philharmonic, which was, in my case, that was already a big dream coming true, because my dream for many years was to play with the best orchestra in the world, with the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra. So I made that happen with the hard work, with the sacrificing. I sacrificed that summer for making my dreams come true. And after that, I was 2 years in the orchestra in Berlin, playing many projects. I was also practicing, doing other auditions, and my other big goal, was to be a principal trombonist of an orchestra. I really didn't care which one, but I really wanted to be principal trombonist of an orchestra. So I was for the coming 2 years practicing, playing with the orchestra, doing some competitions, and at the end, there were the last 4 months of academy. This is from September to December of 2024, sorry. And I didn't have any position. I did London Symphony Orchestra, I did Teatro La Scala Milan, I did Bern Symphony Orchestra. I was going through rounds, but it was really close, but still no position. And I had the last 2 auditions, last 2 opportunities until my academy was finished. So I was under pressure again, you know. And this is something, it really helps me to, I think anyone is really helpful to put yourself this pressure in order to make things happening. Otherwise, if you don't work under pressure, you feel that you have a lot of time, you don't give 100% today, you know, in the present time, which is the most important thing you need to do, in my opinion, in order to create success and in order to make your dreams come true. And this is not only my message. I have talked about this same topic with the best brass players, best trumpet players, best trombone players, best tuba players in the world that I had the opportunity to share thoughts and to share talk and conversations and everything, and they have the same mindset. They really give 100% today in order to make their dreams come true tomorrow, you know. So last 4 months I was really in Berlin Philharmonic, in the Philharmonie, practicing every day. I was from 8-9 a.m. until 8-9 p.m. there, like not only practicing the instrument, of course that will be completely crazy, but I was warming up half an hour, then I took a little coffee, then I played the piano, the David concertino, then I started to play some scales, whatever, some etudes, then I was going for a little snack, a little walk, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you know, but I was taking breaks. I was going to the gym, I was going to the park with the recordings of the lessons that I had with my teachers and mentors there in Berlin. And basically I was the whole day focused on practicing. That was my main goal. For these last 4 months, September, October, November, well, 3 months, until December, the 4th of December, I had the audition at the Helsinki Philharmonic, principal trombone, and literally, guys, 3 months in advance, I was every day meditating, every day visualizing the end goal. I knew how to play the instrument, I knew how to perform the piece, but I had the feeling what I had to change was not the trombone, was the approach I was having here, you know? Because I know many great musicians that are really strong with the instrument, but they go to an audition and they are not playing as they want, they are not playing as they like because this is not ready, this is not prepared enough. So I made sure, and I talked with musicians of the Berlin Philharmonic about this, you know. They did exactly the same for their audition. So this is not something I invented, this is not something, oh, this guy is crazy, he's the only one who's doing it. Many top players did this in the past. So I took that example and I was for every day visualizing, timer 30 minutes, starting from the literally starting from the flight to Helsinki or whatever city you have the audition to Helsinki, to few days before watching the city, sightseeing, then the warm-up here at 7:30 in the morning, greeting the people in the warm-up room, then playing the pieces, they do the draft, they tell you are number 13, then is your time, few minutes before you play on stage, then you go through rounds. So I was visualizing literally the whole process, you know. So that was important, and that was actually how I made it happen, basically. I just told you here for free in a YouTube video how I won my orchestra position as principal trombonist on Helsinki Philharmonic Orchestra. Was, apart from practicing every day, was visualizing the audition every day. I wanted to make sure I repeated the audition here as many times as I could. Because, guys, your brain is more powerful, your mind is more powerful than what you actually think. For the mind, for the brain, is the same imagining that there is a ghost outside of this room than actually having a ghost outside of this room. The same with a lion, the same with imagining any type of situation, you know. And depends how you treat your mind, can be your best friend or your worst enemy. So I was making sure with that visualization, with that positive talk, inner talk, I was making sure I had repeated I have repeated that audition so many times, ending in a positive way, ending with me winning it, that actually in real life was only one more time. So guys, this is so amazing and valuable information. I'm telling this to my students. I'm giving you this information for free, guys. Make sure you use it wisely in your next orchestra audition, because what I want with these videos, because it's my time and my energy, I could be doing something completely different, than this. But my best and my favorite thing to do in this world is just to help you achieve your dreams just exactly in the same way I do and the same way I did in the past, So guys, please let me know what you think about this video, about this information. Thank you very much for all, guys, the support, all the people watching this valuable content. And if you want to work with me more one-on-one, make sure you sign up in the waiting list. I leave the link on the YouTube, on the Facebook, on the Instagram, because right now I'm actually quite full of students. I give priority to people in my community, where I have video models on how to win auditions, like literally the whole process from beginning to end, from zero to winning an audition. I teach all of that on my school group. It's extremely cheap for the actual value that it is, and you will be receiving my personal phone number, where you can ask me via WhatsApp anything you want. So guys, make sure you stay tuned, and I really like giving you this value, honestly. I really like it, and wish you an amazing day. See you in the next video.